Alright guys, welcome back. So in this video we're gonna have a look at XCOM 2, and this is actually an exceptionally difficult game. So what we're gonna do in this video, we're gonna have a look at the combat aspect of XCOM 2. So what I've got here in front of me is just the geoscape, the kind of world maps you get, and this is right at the start of the game. I've just finished the first mission, Operation Gatecrasher, and as I was scanning this fire axis mission here for the scientist, this combat mission here popped up, and that's that green man here. So when I click on this, it says, tells me the location. It's in New Mexico. The name of the operation is Winterhole, and the objective is to hack the workstation in the Advent facility. It says the difficulty is easy, but that's always a lie in XCOM unless you're playing on rookie difficulty, and then it's just, maybe a little bit easy, but this is commander difficulty. This is the standard difficulty, but once again, I'd just like to point out that standard difficulty in XCOM is something like hard or very hard difficulty in most other games. And the reward is an engineer. Engineers are nice. You can use them for a bunch of different things, including building facilities, clearing debris, making items, stuff like that. So I do want an engineer. Let's just click confirm here. So here we get the selection of units. Actually, I'm not really a big fan of the shotgun. What I've got here so far is from my original squad from the first mission. One was promoted into a sniper, one into a tech specialist, one into a heavy gunner, and one into a ranger here on the right. Let's just see if I can change this shotgun. Problem with shotguns is, although they have superior damage, because they have such short range, sometimes it can be difficult to be able to get into that range to try and get a hit on. And most of the time I find, like, if you're close enough to get good use out of a shotgun, you could probably just get good use out of the sword instead, which is the nice extra ability that rangers get. So I'm gonna go back, and I'm gonna put an assault rifle on this guy instead of a shotgun, I think. And that's it. You can't have more than 4 soldiers in a squad for a mission at the start of the game. You can unlock more than that, but because this is right at the start, this is all I've got. So let's just press launch, and off we go. And let's begin mission. So here we get the mission loading screen where it loads the map, and you get a nice little inside the ship look. Tells you your objective. So neutralize all enemy targets and well, hack the workstation. Really, that's the main objective. And there we go. Red light means go. Press any key to launch, or you could even just click. Alright, here we are. So here we have our 4 soldiers, and generally I make videos for people who haven't really played the games before or who are absolute beginners, and this is also a video for absolute beginners, so I will be trying to cover all the different thought processes and things we need to think about when we play XCOM 2. So one of the most important things really is to take into consideration your soldiers' classes. So before I said one was a sniper, one was a tech specialist, because they all come with different kind of guns and abilities and things that they are good or not so good at. And so generally, if I have a ranger who has a sword and is good at close range, generally I want this soldier to be at the front or kind of leading the pack and taking point. Now before I move a soldier, the other thing I want to think about is, and you may notice this little hooded icon here to the left of each soldier's HP bar. That shows that they're concealed. As long as soldiers are concealed, then combat won't automatically begin whenever you spot some enemy soldiers or aliens or units, whatever. And basically, this concealment allows you to get the the ambush on a group of enemies, to get the first shot or the first four shots. Ideally, if you have four soldiers. And so by doing that, you can actually wipe out a squad of enemy soldiers in one turn, and hopefully then you have there's no chance of retaliation against your soldiers, so that you can wipe out some percentage of enemies on the map without actually losing anything. Now, one thing you need to be careful of is that the way you remain concealed is by using cover. And we can see that the shield icon behind this cactus is a full shield, and to the right here is a half shield. But as long as I put my soldiers into a place with some cover, whether it's half cover or full cover, then they should be able to remain within concealment without being spotted, at least as long as the enemy soldiers don't come too close. So what I'll do here is, I'll do first. Good practice. Good practice is to save the game. And I'm not playing on Iron Man, and I recommend if you're new to the game, definitely don't play on Iron Man, and use the save and load game functions as another tool in your arsenal, because sometimes everything will just go absolutely to hell. And as long as we save it, then we can just return directly to this point and say, okay, well, that went absolutely to hell. Let's try a different way. Anyway, let me try moving this ranger up a bit, and hopefully he won't get spotted by anything. Okay, so far so good. No enemies spotted. And with this being an easy difficulty mission, one thing that you can take away from that word, whether it says idiom, easy or medium or hard, is that also represents how many enemies will be on the map. So in this case, for easy, usually that means 2 or 3 groups of enemies. And so that's what I really need to be looking out for. These red squares here on the map, on the ground, basically they show you that if you move a soldier onto that square, then they will be revealed. They won't have concealment anymore. In fact, none of your squad will have concealment anymore, and therefore if you do encounter any soldiers, combat will begin immediately. You won't have any say in the matter. So I don't want that. So ideally I'm going to stay away from these red marks on the ground here. Let's move the sniper over here. And there we go. So this is the first group of enemies spotted. Now, because I have concealment, actually, I don't have to engage in combat immediately. Just because I've spotted these enemies right now doesn't mean I have to take my my heavy, put him over here and try and launch a grenade at these guys. Ideally in XCOM you want to be very precise, or as precise as you can, and you want to take as many high probability decisions as you can, and you don't really want to engage in combat without thinking very carefully about it, and about what could go wrong and how you're going to make things go right. So I'm actually not gonna engage those units in combat yet. I'm just going to keep moving my units. And so they actually patrol towards me. That's okay. Now, what I might think about here is if they are patrolling down the road this way, and if they continue going down the road this way, then if I want to set up an ambush to kill both of these units in one turn, like where can I place my soldiers now, so that when they move down the road this way, my soldiers will be in a really nice ambush position. So I see I've got some walls here. I've got the car here now. The car is a problem, actually. We can see already that it's surrounded by red squares, so if I move any units there, they will be revealed. The other problem is that cars in XCOM 2 explode. So if you miss a shot, or an enemy misses a shot and it hits the car instead and the car explodes, you'll have one dead soldier. And I don't think you want a dead soldier. I don't want any dead soldiers. So this being actually fairly close for my sniper, I might actually just leave my sniper there. And for my tech specialist, I could also leave her there. I mean, if they're gonna walk down this road, this is actually just fine for a reasonably good line of sight. For my ranger here, I might just move him into this little corner here to get him a little bit closer. I mean, this is all based upon the idea that these two, well, this soldier and this alien, in the next turn, they are going to walk down this road. And I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just trying to predict as best I can. Let's just see how that goes. So let's put this soldier on Overwatch. I don't want him to shoot yet, but if something bad happens, I want him to have the opportunity to shoot in case everything goes to hell, as it does. Let's put the sniper also on Overwatch. I don't want pistol Overwatch. And the heavy gunner, I will perhaps put just here. It's a small movement, but you know, generally, as long as you can get closer, you have more opportunity to get you know, better accuracy or perhaps a flanking shot. So let's put him on Overwatch. Let's see where they go. Alright, good. They are moving down the road. That's perfect. So they now are actually in a kind of perfect position to be ambushed. And we can see that the red tiles here have actually moved over my sniper. So even if I try to just move my sniper away, because she's already on this this red tile here, she would be revealed. So there's no chance of moving her now. So I have the enemy in my ambushing position, and this is quite an advantageous position for me. So now how do we do the ambush? Ideally, I said before that we want to do what is, you know, what has the highest probability or perhaps a guaranteed chance of doing some damage. In XCOM, really, the only things that have guaranteed chances of hitting are explosives, so grenades. And I do have a heavy class soldier here who has a grenade launcher. And his grenades have extra range, so they explode in a wider radius. So I could begin this kind of encounter by launching a grenade, and that would do 3 to 4 damage to both of these units. We see the soldier only has 3 health, so we know that this grenade will kill the soldier, unless something really goes wrong, but it will only damage the alien. And once I launch a grenade, combat begins, and then these units will actually be able to move and shoot. So ideally, I want to put my other soldiers. I don't want to aim a grenade at them. So let's just press escape there. I want to put my other soldiers onto the word is missing from my mouth. Onto Overwatch. Alternatively, I could just throw a standard grenade. A standard grenade also does 3 to 4 damage, but it has a smaller radius. If I put it on the sectoid's feet here, it should do the most damage to him, and with the soldier being in the outer bounds of the radius, it would do less damage to him, but hopefully still enough to kill him. So I have the option of a grenade, just a normal grenade for my ranger, rather than the extended range superior grenades from my heavy. And I could also just then put my other soldiers onto Overwatch and hope that once the enemies start moving, then they get their Overwatch shots and they manage to kill them in one round. But you know what I'm gonna do before that? I'm gonna play it safe, and I'm gonna save the game just in case. This is just good practice. This is good practice. Nobody needs to be a super Iron Man hero and never save the game and let everyone die all the time. I think most of us would probably give up the game pretty easily if we just tried to play it that way. Like I said, it is an exceptionally hard game. So let's put this sniper on Overwatch. Yeah. And the heavy gunner also on Overwatch. This guy is going to throw the grenade, so he's not on Overwatch. The tech specialist can also go on Overwatch, and then he can throw the grenade. Let's see if this is good or if it's going absolutely to hell. This is for you. Alright, the soldier died. 3 damage on the sectoid. Revealed. Wonderful. There's one miss. Oh, alright, beautiful. Very, very nice. Wonderful. So my sniper did get the shot on her Overwatch, and the heavy gunner didn't actually need to shoot at all. That is about as good as it can go in XCOM. To be honest, that's about as good as it can go. So due to it going so well, I'm going to follow my own good practice rules, and I'm going to save the game again. This engagement here went really well. Went really, really well. And I don't really want to go back to before it went really well in case it doesn't go well. So the alien dropped this yellow square around it, and this is just some loot, something to pick up, maybe a gun or some enhancements or some armor or something. It's random, but as long as you move a soldier over into this square, they will pick up whatever it is that was dropped. Now, what we have to bear in mind here is that we are on a turn timer. There are only 5 turns left for us to get to this workstation, which is in this building. Now I can rotate the camera with the Q and E keys, and if I just roll the mouse wheel, I can have a quick look-see inside. So there are a couple of windows that I could jump soldiers through to quickly get in and get it, instead of trying to CQC my way through the building in case there are any enemies inside. So let's have a look. Now that my soldiers don't have concealment, any enemies that are spotted or come into line of sight will immediately begin combat. So from here on out, I can't put my soldiers into any kind of open positions, or preferably not next to any cars, just in case some soldiers come out and things go absolutely to hell. So I will take my ranger here. I don't really want to move him near the window, because if he moves near the window and there are enemies inside here, they will be revealed and combat will begin. And the rest of my soldiers aren't really in a good position to support him all the way over here. So what I can do instead is I can try to reduce the amount of the amount of map that is kind of revealed by my soldier by putting him just against the wall here rather than near the window, and thus being able to see inside but also being able to be spotted by enemies. So let's just try let's move him here. So far so good. I'll move the sniper last because the sniper has squad sight, and squad sight allows the sniper basically to shoot anywhere on the map as long as there is a direct line of sight. So you can use your other soldiers to kind of spot the enemies that your sniper then shoots, sometimes from all the way across the entire map, if that's what you feel like doing. So the sniper doesn't really have any kind of limited range when it comes to shooting once they have that squad sight ability. So I'll move my sniper last because I know that the sniper will be able to shoot enemies all the way over here in this corner, even over here to the right. It doesn't really matter where they would be. My sniper will generally be able to get an angle on them. So I'll move the heavy. I can't really move the heavy into any good position here. I could move him next to the car, and the problem would be there I might reveal some enemies over here. So instead, I might just move him to this wall here. Let's try that. Now, I do want to be as careful as possible, and I want to generally move a little bit, and if I wasn't on a turn timer here, generally I would be just moving with one action and then using Overwatch to ensure that any enemies that kind of come into sight during the turn change will be shot at by my soldiers. But with only 5 turns left, it starts to get a bit risky if you're not moving quickly across the map. But in this case, I do have very long range frag grenades, so I'll keep my heavy here, and I'll just put him on... actually, I won't put him on Overwatch yet. I'll keep one action available to him. So I have to spend both actions of each soldier before moving on to the next one. I can spend one action on this soldier, and then change to this soldier, and move her, say, over here, and then change to the sniper, and do something else. And it's up to you, the order that you use up all the actions available with your soldiers. So let's see, this tech specialist, I'm feeling risky. I might just run down here. Civilian runs away in fear, as you would if you see people with guns and sunglasses shooting soldiers. So everything actually is good so far. It's not so good so far, but it's good so far. I guess I can move my sniper a little bit closer, perhaps. I'm feeling risky again, so it'll be here. Oh, it doesn't reveal anything. My heart skipped a beat there, I have to be honest. Okay, so everything seems fairly decent so far. Nothing too risky happening. I'm still worried about anything being inside here. So I don't want to send a soldier on their last movement into this square because they'll stop and they'll be out in the open. And being out in the open makes your soldiers really susceptible to more damage and getting critical hits. So I'm going to play it safe for at least another turn, watching carefully this 5-turn limit. I'll put Overwatch and Overwatch. Nothing happened, that's good, and I still have time now to pick up this item, whatever it is, and then still get into cover. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to move my ranger. Oh, it looks like he can actually climb up this pipe onto the roof here. That could be an interesting decision. And all right, let's call this one let's call this one an interesting decision. Now you might think I am over-saving the game, but in XCOM I don't think it's really possible to over-save the game. There, I did spot a soldier very briefly. There we go. Now it's on. It's all on. So they didn't actually get a turn to do something, which is really nice. My sniper does actually have line of sight onto some of these soldiers. My grenadier doesn't quite have range on his grenades. Now these are vehicles, or at least this one is a vehicle. And so I know if I blow it up, this alien is going to have a real bad time. So although I would really like to pick this item up, stopping in the middle of no cover is just going to be a real bad decision. And I know alternatively, if I can just move my soldier here, he will have enough range on these grenades to give them an exceptionally bad day. And let's see how bad that day is. So can we get both of these? So it looks like I can't get both of the soldiers in the blast, but if I put it here I can get both the vehicles and the alien, and that sounds like a fun idea. 2 exploding vehicles is always going to be nice. Let's do it. Grenades away. Oh, big boom. Wonderful, that was really nice. And now that this this vehicle is sparking on fire here, I think actually this will explode on the next turn as well, so that would be that could be pretty interesting. Now I have a choice with my sniper. I can go for the 55% shot on the Advent Trooper with the sniper rifle. You know, that's pretty much 50-50. It's not great odds, if I'm honest. And we have to remember that grenades don't have any odds on them. They will just always do damage. And based on the range from here to here, I can't reach those soldiers. But I think if I move my sniper into this position here, which does have cover, I will actually be able to just throw another grenade at them and, you know, make them have an increasingly bad day. And to be honest, I really like giving them a bad day. Alternatively, my hacker also has the ability to move into range and perhaps throw a grenade. Oh, definitely throw a grenade. That distance, yeah. So I could keep my sniper here. If I move my sniper, then they will have absolutely no ability to use the sniper rifle, and will only be able to use the pistol. That's the drawback of the sniper rifle. You can't move and use it unless you have some special ability, which my sniper doesn't have. So I'm trying to cycle through my options here. I do have my ranger on the roof, and the ranger does actually have a 77% chance to kill this advent trooper, which is pretty good. Alternatively, he can also run right up to him and slash him with his sword, and that's going to have an 88% chance to hit, which is even better than 77%. So that also is another option I have available to me here. So ideally in XCOM, when you're in these kinds of situations, you don't want to just click on a soldier and just start blasting away. You want to cycle through your units and see what do you have available, what would happen if you did this, and if you did do this but it failed, then do you have any kind of anything to fall back on? Do you have any extra guarantee? Because if you don't, then that's when things will generally go absolutely to hell. So what I might do here actually is I'll try to use the grenade on my tech specialist first. If that doesn't work, I can always move my sniper up to also use her grenade. Grenades all around. And you can see that I am absolutely ignoring this this treasure or this loot here, because a dead soldier is, well, an alive soldier is worth much more than whatever this alien has dropped here. So let's try another grenade here. Can't, it looks like I can perhaps hit the alien there. Let's try this one. Catch. Oof. Oof, big boom on that vehicle there. Alien dies. Wonderful, wonderful. That is going very well for me now. And now that I'm here, I might just send my ranger on to slash. Send the ranger to slash. 88% chance is pretty reasonable. Let's go for it. Go. Slash away. Oh yeah. Doesn't get much better than this. This is XCOM when everything is going absolutely correctly, but you have to take all the precautions possible really to be able to get things to go your way. Now there's a lot of fire here, and that's going to be a little bit difficult to walk through, but I think I am going to stick to my original plan of moving around the back here and just jumping in through the window. I'm not going to go into this close quarters combat area inside the building. And fortunately, I even have now my sniper, and there are no more enemies to kill. My sniper has both of her movement units and can just come and collect this thing that's lying on the floor, and that's really nice. So let's just move over here and collect it. An Illyrium claw, okay. So always prioritize the combat and your enemies and the safety of your soldiers over picking anything that is dropped up. Okay, let's see. So I know that the roof at least is reasonably clear. I didn't get any line of sight over on this side here, but I think it's fairly unlikely that there would be enemy soldiers on this part of the roof, but unlikely doesn't mean impossible. Always remember that in XCOM. Unlikely does not mean impossible. I can think, yeah, there's not going to be any units here, and then I send my sniper here, and I send my units around the left side here, and then these units come out here. My sniper is going to be absolutely done for. But that's XCOM, and that's why we saved the game so much. But so far, the saves have just been good practice. Yeah, we know. 3 turns. Things are burning. People have died. Let's get going. So, ranger first. I'm not going to put my ranger around this side just yet, because what if there are soldiers inside this room here? If I send my soldier here and I use up both of his actions to to reveal what's inside the room, then the aliens are going to have a free turn shooting at him and he won't be able to go anywhere. So this, for me, that's not the best idea, but perhaps just moving, let's see, if I'm going to reveal this side of the map here where there are potentially more enemy units, ideally I want my sniper to be over here somewhere with a nice line of sight down the alley, and I also want my heavy gunner to be over here as well for some grenades. So actually, even just moving to this corner right here, this corner where the pipe is that we can climb, moving to this corner would still actually reveal some of the map here and potentially, activate enemy units. And activating them there actually is not, my soldiers aren't in a great position to deal with that at the moment. So I don't want to do that. Instead, what I can do is maybe just move my soldier into this corner here, this corner on the other side of the pipe, and hopefully he shouldn't reveal any enemies by standing there. And I'm absolutely wrong. Wow, look at that. And here we go. This is this is why we save. So now now I have revealed them, and I have used my ranger's turn up. He can't move anymore, and I have 2 more enemy units to kill within 3 turns, and also getting the network shut down. So let's now it is going absolutely to hell. Now that things aren't going too great, but hopefully there'll be some way to salvage this. So I'm going to look for some nice cover options here, somewhere to move my soldiers up to so that they can start doing something. I think if I move my grenadier at least to this wall, he should be able to shoot a grenade at this soldier here and take him out. So that'll be one less soldier to take care of. My sniper on the roof here does have a grenade and does have a good line of sight actually. Well, not too bad line of sight. She has the height advantage, but it's using squad sight, which I talked about before, and the enemy has very strong cover. We see the full shield here. So shooting a sniper rifle will only have a 43% chance to hit, but it still has a chance to do 4 to 6 damage. Now, you have to ask yourself, do you want to gamble? I mean, if it hits, that's going to really kind of take care of business. If the sniper rifle or my sniper can shoot this officer down here on the 43% and does get the hit and does get the 6 damage, well, Bob's your uncle, as we say. And that would be everything going perfectly. But for good practice, you know what good practice is? This is what we do. We save the game. We say, Bob is your uncle. He's not my uncle, but he is your uncle when things go well. So let's see if this works. The 43% on the Advent officer, and we could just try. Let's see, how does this go? Actually, that went amazingly well. Wow, 5 damage. Beautiful, amazing. Like it's not a full kill. It's not everything, but it's so much more. So much more than what XCOM would usually give to you. I'm very happy with that result. Definitely going to go for the grenade on this poor sap over here. Looks like it's not quite enough. It might not kill him, but you know what? Boom is boom. Oh ho ho. I really couldn't ask for anything better than this. Please, I mean, although this is going extremely well for me, please don't assume that things will go extremely well for you when you play XCOM. In fact, I mean, best practice is to assume that everything is going to go to hell. Everything is going to go to hell. That's best practice, okay? Please just remember that. So I'm going to move my tech specialist up a bit closer now. And I don't have line of sight, so I can't shoot. However, the tech specialist does have this nice little ability, and it's called Aid Protocol. And if I send this to one of my other soldiers, they'll get a defense bonus until the next turn. Now, the closest unit I have that is, reasonably in danger, I would say, is either this grenadier here, because if the soldier moves here, the soldier will have a flanking shot. Alternatively, it would be the ranger here, who, although it says he has full cover at the moment, and that's based on this wall here, if the officer moves here, he will only have half cover. So I have to gamble again. Is the officer going to shoot at my ranger or my grenadier over there? I'm gonna say the closest option. Let's guess that it will be the closest option, and let's use aid protocol on Mikhail Ivanov. Off goes the gremlin, and this is just a guess. I mean, the officer may choose not to shoot at my ranger at all. Let's see. Okay then. The officer decided he's just going to go on Overwatch, and he's gonna give my sniper a 91% chance to shoot him again, and I'm absolutely going to take a 91% chance. And that's XCOM right there. That is XCOM. I took the 43% chance and it hits, and I take the 91% chance and it misses. That is exactly everything about XCOM. So what do I have left available to me? I could go for the dash and slash on this officer, and although the officer would get an Overwatch shot at me, because I have 6 health, it's very unlikely that that Overwatch shot would be able to kill my ranger. And because my ranger actually has to dash, which is using both movement points to do it, I think actually dashing gives you a kind of bonus to avoiding being shot or being shot from Overwatch. So that's an option for me. Now the other option is that I keep my ranger here and I use him to go and get this network shut down, because I've only got 2 turns left until I can do that. So what I'll do here is I'll just cycle through my units. What options do I have available to me to kill this bad guy here? So if we look at the unit, the enemy unit here, and we move the mouse over the different spaces, we'll see that sometimes there's a marker, a bullseye, and a targeting reticle there. So that shows us when we can or cannot be in line of sight to shoot this officer. So these spaces here actually would not give me any line of sight. It looks like none of these blue options here will give me line of sight to shoot the officer, so he's quite well placed actually behind this car, but this car is smoking and it looks like it's going to explode soon, so that's why he's not taking cover behind it. Smart boy. So my tech specialist actually can't do anything at the moment, so what I will do is, I don't want to put them next to a flaming car, I'll just move behind these barrels here. I'm doing that because I want to keep my squad fairly grouped together. You don't want them to get split up and picked off. So let's see the heavy guy now. Also has some kind of limited options, I think, for movement. And most of my units now don't actually have any grenades. Does anyone have a grenade left? Just the sniper. The sniper with the 91% chance to hit, that doesn't hit, is also the only one that has a grenade left. So it's really looking like I might just have to take that risk and go for the slash. Or alternatively, it looks like I might be able to just move to this location here and then shoot. However, you know, there's this trade-off here. I move just a little bit, the officer gets the Overwatch shot, there is still a chance that my soldier dies, and then with the shooting, there is still a chance that the shooting misses as well. However, the slash usually has quite a much higher chance to hit. We see this is again 88%. So it looks like I'm gonna have to do the risky option, and the risky option means, you guessed it, we just save. And this is gonna be the risky option. We've done so well so far. Why would we want it all to go to hell right now, right? So risky option. Let's play. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Missed the overwatch. Runs in. Gets the slash. Look at that. Down it goes. Oh, yes. 5 damage. Wonderful. Love it. Beautiful. Target is absolutely disabled. All enemies have now been neutralized. Now it is absolutely full speed ahead to the objective. Only 2 turns left. It says neutralize all enemy targets. They have been neutralized. And now I am just gonna haul ass. So I don't care about cover anymore. Doesn't really matter to me. Just move, move, move. Ooh, that's why you don't stand next to a burning vehicle. And actually, it looks like I don't have now enough movement speed, enough movement to get to this network access before it shuts down. Let's see. It says I have 1 turn. Will it mean that next turn everything's done? Sorry, you lose. That's one thing we don't know. So fortunately, we saved it. We saved it with the risky option. And that means that, you know, if we can't actually reach the objective because we're not sure whether 1 means we lose next turn or 1 means we have 1 more turn after next turn, we don't really know. So you know, that's not it's not unfair of us to play that way, I think. So let's just move everybody up. And do we get that 0 turn? No, we don't. We don't get that. So all we have to do now is load the game. So this is mission failed. Fission mailed. Doesn't really matter. We just go back to where we did our risky option, and instead of using that ranger to get that slash now, we're gonna have to use that ranger instead to move inside the building and allow that officer to have 1 more turn of shooting. So let's just skip through all of this stuff, and let's just go back to that risky option. Okay, we get it. Yeah, stuff's happening. Where is it? Risky option. Okay, risky option. Give me that risky option that the risky option that was actually too risky. Wow, if that isn't the loudest loading music you ever heard. So risky option. Risky option is it's a no-go on Operation Risky option. Instead, we're gonna have to take that risk. Fortunately, missed again. Bust through that window, and on the next turn we'll be able to take the main objective, and that's just fine. Let's put this guy on Overwatch. This guy also on Overwatch. Let's see what happens now. Out he comes. Useless soldier. And that's what you get for being useless. I think the car is going to explode though. He just wanted to get 1 last shot off, and he didn't care if he died or not. Okay. Anyway, so the officer took care of himself for us. Let's hack this workstation. Let's get that main objective. Okay, just begin the hack. Some very small chances of bonuses here. Don't really matter too much. We just want to finish this mission. And there we go. Mission complete. 1 soldier wounded from that officer's last hurrah, but otherwise, you know, 1 wounded soldier is actually a pretty good result. And you see the rating here is excellent. If you get no soldiers wounded, then it will be flawless, and we were very close to a flawless rating, but it doesn't matter too much. Ideally, you just want to get your soldiers to survive and have as few wounded as possible. And then as they survive, they gain more XP, they level up, and as they level up and you give them better weapons and armor, they can really become forces to be reckoned with. And actually, in that way, XCOM 2 gets easier as the game goes on, as long as your soldiers survive and level up, and you're giving them that better gear. You know, you actually become kind of like superheroes in some ways towards the end of the game. So your soldiers can become really, really strong. But at the beginning, at the starting stages of the game, which is what I'm playing here, you have to be really, really careful and carefully consider all the different tools you have available to you on your team, and that you're not taking on too many enemies at the same time. So this was a mission complete, a successful mission. Please remember the golden rule of saving before you do things, because otherwise, as you see, sometimes it goes absolutely to hell, or we're not sure whether that one turn remaining means one turn or two turns, or do you get the zero turn or not. So it's just easier to save the game and make sure you can correct for any information we don't know. So hopefully that helps you to understand the combat side of XCOM 2, and you feel more confident playing it now yourself. So thanks for watching, and come back next time.